Hello, I'm recording this devotion on a Sunday evening, and I don't know if you're like me, but actually, it's not really my best time of the week very often. Sunday evening and Monday morning, I tend to feel a little bit stressed. I tend to feel a little bit anxious about the work week coming up, and it's not until I actually get into the morning of work on Monday morning that the stress levels go down, and it's something I struggle with a bit. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but it's still something that is a bit of a challenge for me. And what I wanted to look at today was the Lord is my shepherd. And we're going to look at that very famous Psalm, Psalm 23, and see how God comes and helps us in our time of need. I'm sure the words are very familiar. I'll just read them. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I just wanted to look at the first few verses there and think about the picture of God the Father being our shepherd and what that means for us. The picture on the wall behind me is one that was painted by my grandfather. It's a picture from just outside his cottage where they lived when I was growing up in Snowdonia, and it's very much sheep country. At night, all you could hear was the bleating of the sheep, and the river that you can see in the right of the picture there is it's a quiet river. It's got deep pools of still water, and the pastures around it are green. And actually, the reason I like this picture is not just because it reminds me of my childhood and those happy days that I spent with that, but because of the path. It maybe doesn't come over in the picture very well, but it's actually quite steep. And my grandfather took a pram apart and made a go-kart for my brother and I, and I guess it's a wonder that both we and it actually survived. It was quite, I guess, by modern standards, quite dangerous at the time. But the picture here for me is that there's a path into the week, and that path runs in green pastures. That path runs beside quiet waters. And God, the Father, comes with us. Jesus, the shepherd, goes before us. In the Middle East, the shepherds don't go behind the sheep with sheepdogs like they do around here. They go ahead of the sheep and call them, so they lead. And this picture gives me a picture of Jesus leading me on into the week, leading me to times of refuge and safety, leading me along the paths. It says in verse 3, he guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. So Jesus has, for this week, he's got paths, right paths set up for me. And even in my Sunday evening, Monday morning nervousness, I can take comfort in the fact that Jesus, my shepherd, is leading me into the week. Jesus, my shepherd, is looking out for me for the right places for rest and quietness. He's bringing me safety and security, and I can trust him so that surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. And I just want to thank him. I just want to thank him. Jesus, we want to thank you that you are the good shepherd. You're the one that leads us each step of the way, and you're the one in whom we can put our trust and security when we're feeling nervous, when we don't know the way ahead. And we want to pray this week as we go into a new week that you would rule that for us, that you would guide us in the right paths, and that you would be our strength and our security, and that you would bring your peace and your joy and your protection to us. Amen.